Warriors win it 55-51, and as Tony Ortiz pointed out a couple of times, a tough, gritty win. Joe Abramson back with Rod Beard, and the Warriors, they are learning how to win these games. These are the games they were losing early in the season, and all of a sudden they know how to play in the final 5 minutes and know how to hang on and get that victory.
These last 2 years have had a lot of tough games like this, not just close ones, but some lopsided ones where they just couldn't finish out. But now they're starting to build these up, and this is a positive sign for Wayne State, certainly, that they're starting to get some of these wins to go together.
A lot of highlights in this game. We're going to look at the first half initially. A couple of players got things going early for Ohio Dominican, but the Warriors were hanging there and controlling the pace.
Yeah, there's Weaver. Just started off the game with a nice move toward the post, puts it right in. And then Shamar Wall, finished the game on a nice little spurt. He had 6 of his 8 points in that first half. They had a solution for him. He didn't really get to go off in the second 20 minutes. But here, he's just like a dart, right to the rim in transition, puts it up and in with his left hand. Marcus Moore takes a little slide there, but gets the ball to Spencer. Spencer gets the ball up and in. 10 points off the bench was a key contribution for Wayne State. Chuck Key added 8 points and 8 rebounds as well. I think that duo played a nice role in this. Marcus Moore getting out in transition, puts another one down. Little one-hander. And here's our guy. Here's a club guy. Baseline, boom, gotcha.
The teacher.
Yeah, 18 points, 7 rebounds. Just a nice all-around game for Michael Lewis and what he's able to do. Moore there coming off the pick and roll, gives it back to Chuck Key for 2 of his 8 points. And again, that 8 points, 8 rebounds in 19 minutes. You got a nice bench contribution. You didn't get it from all of your starters where Clark Bishop really didn't get on the scoreboard, but those complementary players are starting to pay some dividends for Wayne State.
Absolutely, and Trent Weaver, we should say, led the way. 14 points, 14 rebounds, and he led the way for them again in the second half. Just wasn't enough. Let's take a look at the second half highlights.
Well, I thought at halftime that Ohio Dominican needed another secondary score. You're going to see the drive there by Casanova. But they started to put things together, and there you see was Williams coming back to Weaver, and then things started to work. They cut into the lead, but that was a critical transition 3 there from Michael Lewis. He hit all 3 of his 3-point attempts in this game. And Spencer there, I mean, that's just, you haven't seen that shot a lot this year at all, but that's a step-back 3. And now you're going to get more going to the baseline, and this 3-point play was what really started to build that cushion for Wayne State. Got a little cramp there, but he played the rest of the game and came back in, gets that critical steal there just on a deflection. And then on this last one, he gets passed by, but steps in front and gets another steal here. And Moore had 4 steals in the game, and that defense locked it down in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, 4 of those steals and 2 of them in crunch time. You take a look at the numbers. Neither team lit it up as far as shooting goes. Warriors got them rebounding. Free throws, well, as far as makes, they're pretty even. Warrior depth came into play, though. That bench, you talked about it, Rod. Guys like Spencer coming up and making things happen. As it is, it's a big win again for the Warriors just because how many times this season did they lead with 5 minutes to go, only to lose the game? This time, it got tight. They didn't flinch. They won the game, and they won it the way David Greer likes it. They made defensive stops when they had to.
Absolutely. You need to score a few. You need to make your free throws. Those are absolutes in a tight game like this. But the stops toward the end, we showed Marcus Moore get a couple of steals there. Those aren't just the other team is missing a shot. They don't even get a shot opportunity because you're able to get those 2 steals. So that's some positives that you can take away from this, certainly.
That's right. And, the season may not end with the record they wanted, but these wins, they won't show up next season in the record book. They're part of what's going to happen next season as these young guys develop, mature, and become better basketball players.
Absolutely, and I think the video is going to show Tristan Wilson had another game that he can just build on with a lot of energy, some good rebounds. Again, the stats might not be there, but this is the type of player that we need you to be on a game-to-game basis. Can you give us that? At least today he was.
Yeah, 1 official block shot, but how many shots did he bother? How many times did his presence make a guy kick it out and take a bad shot from the wing or something like that?
Absolutely.
Hey, Warriors pull out the win. The final score, 55-51, Wayne State over Ohio Dominican. For Rod Beard, for Tony Ortiz, for our director Mike Johnson, and all of our hardworking CN 900 crew, I'm Joe Abramson reminding you, we've still got a couple more of these doubleheaders left this season. Make sure to check us out, Wayne State basketball, right here on CN 900.